7.5% interest on a 50-year fully amortized loan is going to be way less than 9.5 interest on 3 times that amount, which is 150,000. And my spread is not only going to be 2 points, which is the difference between 7.5 to 9.5, but it's going to be much greater than that because of the amount that's being financed and how the principal and the amortization schedule works with the interest and the principal. So do you see the effect? And that's not even including the down payment that I get from the sale, and then all this stuff that we're talking about, right? And you can create your own seller finance program. You can do 10% down, you can do 15% down, 20% down. It really depends on the buyer. You know, the thing you want to look for is saying we offer private financing for deserving buyers with large down payments. That's key. That's chef's kiss right there. Sometimes if you say seller finance, people think wrong, but if you use, we offer private finance for deserving borrowers with large down. What does deserving mean? Does it mean perfect credit? No, it means that they deserve because maybe they can afford the loan, but maybe they're self-employed, they can't qualify for a traditional mortgage, ITIN numbers, all sorts of good borrowers that a lot of times they perform better than Social Security numbers borrowers. So you really need to look into this. This is what we do through our fund. It's one of our strategies, Ultimate Private Seller Finance, in which we'll buy any home that's in the market for a qualified buyer. We turn around and we want to finance it to them. We charge, minimum 15% down all the way to 20%. We can do homes, land, commercial property. It's a really cool, unique strategy that I love to do. We also have our raw owner finance. The domain here too. I gotta fix that stuff. These websites are being revamped. So I gotta fix the the DNS settings. So I'll get it fixed. But I was gonna show you raw owner finance because it's not in there. But anyway, I'll show you on the next one. But this is a whole website geared towards owner finance, and this is how we sell our stuff. Okay, so going back to this example, from day one, from closing, you're getting $30K cash, and then from before you even cut a check for your investor, you're already cash flowing $1,300, right? Now, before we sell the note, there's different type of note buyers out there, right? Different type of appetites. Some people buy it on a yield. They want to have a certain yield. It could be anywhere between 9% to 10, 11, 12, 15, 16. We've done a lot of seller finance transactions. We've sold a lot of notes, and most note buyers, they want to be between 12 to 15% that I deal with, that I've done. I think the best deal that I've sold was maybe 16, 17% yield. Took a big discount. And then I want to say the best one, highest price for me was around 8.5%, 9% yield, somewhere around there. That was more for a bank that wanted to buy the paper. Everybody buys paper, guys. Once you have a seller finance mortgage, that is an asset. So once you have that asset, you can sell it to anybody. It's just like selling a piece of real estate. Instead of selling the real estate, you're selling the paper, the security. So banks buy them, insurance companies, all sorts of buyers. So we gotta start wrapping this up. So we sold this 2-package note on a package. When I sell notes, I usually package them up and sell them in maybe at least 2 million or 2.5 million. But we try to do a package. So we get a little bit of seasoning, which is the monthlies coming in. We wait at least 90 days, maybe 6 months for performance, and that just makes the note better. And once it's performing, then we sell the note. And I won't have time to go into it, but this is what the note documents will look like. It's certain things you want to have. You want to have at least a lender title policy. You would have your transfer of lien, changing servicers, all that stuff. If you ever had a mortgage and you get a letter in the mail say, hey, your mortgage has been transferred to such and such, that's what happened. They sold the note. So we won't go into it. And I wanted to show you what my presentation would look like, because I've gotten a lot of compliments on my presentation when I sell a note and when I sell a house to seller finance. So I think it's worth mentioning that a lot of people don't know how to present this type of thing. So it's too bad. I had it pulled up here, but there's just so many documents on this one that I'll show you on maybe on the next one that we do, what that would look like. Like we sold this in tranches. We packaged it up into at least 10, 15 notes, and then we sell the whole thing. And then this is what this tranche looks like. Actually, yeah, so right here. So 4105 is listed here. That was one of the tranches. So this one, we have about, it's a small dollar amount. There's 10 notes, but they are worth 207,000 combined, you see. On the other tranche, we had the 4111. Actually, 4111 is on a different one. This one is a different tranche too. Bear with me and I'll pull it up. We sold them to the same buyer, but they had different closing dates because they were different tranches. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. And I had everything pulled up, but there's just so many documents here. So my apologies about that. No, that's the same one. But you get the idea. I list over here what the terms are. Borrower's name, what type of social or tax ID, how much monthly, if it's performing, how much seasoning. So this is what the note buyer is looking for. Okay, I'll include some examples if I can on the show notes. And let's see how much we sold the notes for, because now this is our exit, right? Are you following me so far? Hopefully everything is making sense. We had the note, right? We sold it. This is where we are now. We cut 1379. We waited maybe 90 days, 6 months. Now we are going to sell the note because I have to cash out my short-term investor. Okay. The first note I sold on January 30th, 2024 to a note buyer. Same note buyer for both parts. Part 1, 411 and 4109, West Virginia, sold on December 15th, 2023. The note sales price was $87,719. My unpaid principal balance from the owner finance buyer at the time was $95,347, which means I sold it at 92% UPB, which stands for unpaid principal balance. That's an 8% discount off UPB, or $7,000 discount I gave it to the note buyer. So at the time we had 21 months seasoning. If you remember, my private loan was 24 months term. So good timing, because I was able to cash flow $918 for 21 months, which is $19,000.